She was shaped from the same earth as the first man, his equal. They told her to lie beneath him, to obey. She refused. It cost her 100 children a day, and she never took it back. This is Lilith. Long before the Bible, long before Eden had a name, out in the reed marshes of southern Sumer, the oldest civilization on Earth, people whispered about a woman who lived in the wind. They called her Lilitu, the night that moves. She came when the last lamp went out. She found the gap under the door. No house, no husband, no master. Aya, not Li, they called her too, the restless maiden who would belong to no one. The Babylonians pressed her likeness into wet clay. A winged woman with the talons of an owl, standing on the backs of two lions, an owl posted on either side of her like a guard. We still have that plaque 3,000 years old, and her eyes still track you across the room. The people were afraid of her, not a little bone deep. And here's the strange thing. It was not because she hurt anyone. It was because she was free, and she answered to no one, no man, no husband, no God. In the ancient world, a woman who answered to no one was the most frightening thing they could picture, so they made her a monster, and they were not finished with her yet. Picture a young huluppu tree on the banks of the Euphrates. The goddess Inanna planted it herself. She wanted a throne from its wood and a bed to match. But 3 squatters got there first. A serpent that no spell could charm coiled down in the roots. The thunderbird Anzu raised its screaming chicks in the high branches. And in the hollow of the trunk, a dark woman made her home. The texts call her Kisi Kilio, the maiden Lilith. The Inanna wept her own tree, and she could not touch it. So she sent for the strongest man alive. Gilgamesh, king of Uruk, 2/3 God, and all of it stubborn. He came with a bronze axe and killed the serpent where it lay. The thunderbird grabbed its young and broke for the mountains. And Lilith smashed her own house apart with her bare hands before any king could throw her out of it. Then she walked into the empty country, the desert, the ruins, the places nobody wanted. Look at the pattern already. Centuries pass. Cities rise and burn. A new people comes up out of the desert with a new god and a new book. And that book opens with a small contradiction. It tells the creation of humans twice. In the first telling, God makes man and woman in the same moment, from the same ground, equal. More. In the second, the woman comes afterward, made from the man's rib. 2 versions, so the old teachers ask the question. You are already asking, then who was the first woman? The one made beside Adam from the same dirt? And the answer they reached for was a name they had feared for 2,000 years. Lilith. She was not built from Adam's body. She was built from the same earth he was. Same dust, same breath, same hour. Which meant one simple, enormous thing. She was his equal, not his rib, not his helper, not his shadow, his equal. And she knew it. That knowledge was the whole problem. Ad-um looked around the Garden of Eden and saw everything he had been handed. Lilith looked at the same garden and saw the one thing she would never hand over herself. It began with something small, the way the worst fights do. They lay down together, and Adam wanted her underneath him. Lie beneath me. This is the order of things. I am above, you are below. Lilith did not move a muscle. Why should I lie beneath you? We were made from the same earth, in the same breath. I am your equal. Not your floor. Because I am the man, the God who made us, made me first. 2, he made us together. I was there was no first. Ad-um had never been told. No, not by the animals he named, not by the rivers, and never ever by her. You will obey me. I will not. 2 small words, the first no anyone had ever spoken to the way things were. No god had been defied, yet no rule broken. No one had ever even tried. She was the first. The odd reached out to hold her there, to force her to stay. His hand closed on empty air. So Lilith did the one thing nobody had dared to do. She spoke the secret name of God out loud. The name no mouth is allowed to form came out of her like a key turning in the lock of the world. And the garden could not hold her anymore. She rose up over the wall of Eden and flew east until the green gave out and the ground went to salt and bare stone. She came down by the Red Sea among the demons of the deep water, free at last and completely alone. God did not let her go. He sent 3 angels to bring her back. Sanoi, Sanoi, Samangea, Lof. The names mean almost nothing to us now. Every mother in the ancient world knew them by heart. They found her in the sea spray, and they offered her a bargain that was really a threat. Come back to the man and live. Refuse, and 100 of your children will die every day, beginning tomorrow. There it is, the divine reckoning. Everything she is bends on the next thing she says. Bah, she could go home. The warm garden, the soft grass, her children breathing. And all it would cost her was that one word, obey. I would rather bury 100 children every day than kneel for a single hour. I am not going back. The angels did not argue. Heaven does not argue. Then it is done. The sea will take your children, and the world will learn to fear your name. Both halves of that curse came true. She kept her freedom, and every dawn, the bill came due in full. This is the part old women used to tell, to frighten the children into sleeping. They said Lilith came back in the night, not for revenge on Ad, for the babies. A mother would wake to a quiet cradle, too quiet, and curse the woman out by the Red Sea. But even drowning in her own grief, Lilith swore, one mercy. Where I find the names of those 3 angels, I will turn away. That child I will not touch. So the mothers hung a little amulet over the crib, say nori san, say nori, say manga lof, scratched into clay or hammered into silver. 3 names standing between a sleeping child and the dark, a treaty written by terrified hands. The prophet Isaiah swore she prowled the ruins of dead cities, lying down to rest among the rubble where only owls and wild dogs will live. And Ad was given a second wife. Her name was Ev, and notice how carefully the story tells you she was made from his rib, from his own body, a part of him. Obey, and you are given a place to belong. Refuse, and you are given a wilderness. Lilith took the wilderness, and she has been blamed for every shadow in it ever since. Demon, if you ask the frightened. The first woman who would not be owned if you ask anyone else. Here is what the myth refuses to tell you. Whether she was right. For 3,000 years, people kept her name alive mostly by being afraid of it. They made her a seducer, a stealer of newborns, a monster crouched at the edge of the lamplight. Maybe she was every bit of that. Or maybe that is simply what the world does to anyone who refuses to kneel and then has the nerve to survive. Because she could have stayed, the gate stood open the entire time. The price of going back was one word. She never said it. 100 small graves a day, every day for the rest of time, and she never once said it. So that is why she chose the desert over the garden. Not because she loved the dark, because the dark at least never told her to kneel. Now I want to hear from you. Was Lilith a demon who earned her exile, or the first free woman punished for refusing a cage? Tell me down in the comments. I actually read them. This was Season 1 of the Forgotten Pantheon. The Mesopotamian Dark Inanna and Gilgamesh. And now Lilith. Next we leave Sumer behind and go waking gods even older and even stranger. Subscribe, and the Pantheon, the world forgot, will keep finding you in the dark.